Hello and welcome to this 10-minute full body, all levels yoga routine. We're targeting the upper back and tight shoulders today, and as always, I will offer modifications throughout. You may like to have a block and a blanket nearby to make your practice more comfortable. Let's warm up the spine with a few cat-cows, and if you have sensitive knees, you may wish to put a blanket under the knees. Rounding the back on an exhalation, draw the navel up and back towards the spine, bringing the head towards the tailbone. Arching the back on an inhalation, lengthening the sides of the torso, elongating the front spine. And we'll keep moving in this pattern for a few repetitions. Tune into your own breath and move according to your own pace and your rhythm. And then eventually we'll settle back into a neutral back position. Hold the sides of your mat with your hands and pull forward, keeping the arms straight. Then lift the knees and hips up to come into downward facing dog. As you pull the mat forward, you will feel that the shoulders come up away from the ears, and you can soften the head down. And then you'll come back onto all fours. If you experience discomfort in your wrists or your shoulders, you may wish to slightly turn your palms out as I'm showing to go back into downward facing dog. Once more, pushing the floor away with the hands, lifting the elbows and the shoulders up, lift the hips up, and press the thighs back away from your torso. Breathe here and soften the head and the neck. Now begin to bring your shoulders forward over your wrists so that we can touch into a short plank pose. Keep the legs really straight and strong, then push back and up into downward facing dog. Breathe and once more, relax the head. Bend the legs and come down into downward facing hero's pose. Hips back, head down, and long arms in front of you. Now come to Virabhadrasana, or you can cross your legs or straighten the legs in front of you. In either of those seated positions, sit upright, take the arms in front of you and cross your fingers. Then reach the palms high up towards the ceiling. Lift the chest up, and if it feels good to look up, do so by lifting the chest. You may even take your hands slightly back behind the head, keeping the arms long and straight. Now lean forward and bring the hands down under the shoulders once more for downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips and the knees up. Then begin to walk the feet forward towards the hands for Uttanasana. And then separate the feet as wide as the mat. Make sure that the toes point forward. Lengthen the spine, place your hands on your hips, and release the head down. As you press your heels, breathe and draw the navel up. Then to come up, reach the arms high up towards the ceiling. Pull the arms up and back to bring you upright. Place the hands on your hips and bring the feet closer. Bend the knees, lift the chest, and reach the arms forward and up for Utkatasana or chair pose. Sit well in the pose, press in the heels, and lift up the chest and look up. Breathe, then press your heels and come all the way upright. Bring the hands forward and all the way down. Step the right foot forward and the left foot back. Keep the feet about 4.5, maybe 5 feet apart. Press strongly into the outer edge of your left heel and draw the torso to look straight ahead to the right side. Then lift the chest and bend your right leg to 90 degrees for Virabhadrasana I or Warrior 1. Engage the core, taking the abdomen back, sides of the chest up. Keep the legs strong and steady, and then extend the arms up towards the ceiling. Lift up from your armpits towards your fingertips, and look up if you can as you lift the chest. Then straighten your right leg, take your hands onto your hips, turn the feet forward, and walk them back towards each other. Come back to Tadasana or mountain pose. Coming back into Utkatasana, extend the arms up, press the heels down and bend the legs. Sit well down as though you're sitting onto an imaginary chair. Draw the chest up, arms up. Then bring the arms back down onto your hips. Step the left leg forward and the right leg back for Virabhadrasana I. Pressing into the right heel, keep the right leg straight and steady. Lift the chest. Bend the left leg, bringing the knee over to the ankle. Sit well in the pose. You can see that I'm adjusting the distance between my feet so that my knee is over my ankle. Engage the core, abdomen back, and then reach the arms up towards the ceiling. With the arms, lift the sides of your torso up. And then come up. Place the hands back onto your hips. Turn the feet forward and walk your feet back together. Tadasana. Reach the arms back behind you and cross the fingers behind your back. If the shoulders are sensitive, please just keep your hands onto your hips here. Then, widen the feet to the edges of the mat. Pull the arms down to lift the chest. Bend forward at the hips. And if possible, reach the arms back and up. Lengthen the spine forwards. Then lift the shoulders up to bring you upright. Place your hands on your hips and bring your feet back together for Tadasana or mountain pose. Step the right foot forward now and the left foot back again. Both legs remain steady and straight. Here you can keep your hands onto your hips again or cross the fingers behind your back, roll the shoulders back, and lift the chest up. This is an upright variation of pyramid pose or Parsvottanasana, pulling the arms down behind the back and lifting the chest up. Then place your hands back onto your hips, turn the feet forward, walk them back together. Step the left foot forward and the right foot back. Make sure that the left toes point directly ahead, that you can press to the outer edge of your right heel. Draw the thighs up towards the hip sockets so your legs are steady. Take the hands behind you, cross the fingers behind the back and pull down. Again, remember you can keep your hands onto your hips here. Lift the armpit chest region, lift the chest and start to look up. Focus on the strong lift of the chest and engagement of your back muscles. Then turn the feet forward and come to Tadasana or mountain pose. Separate the feet as wide as the mat. Keep your hands onto your hips and lift the chest. If you can, take the hands behind your back, cross the fingers. Reach the arms back and up. Lengthen the spine forward in this modified Uttanasana. Then bring the hands back onto the hips. Bring them down to the floor, walk them forward, and step the legs back for downward facing dog. Then bend your knees and come down and rest on your abdomen. Lift the legs one at a time and stretch them back strongly, lengthening from the thighs to the toes. Then reach the hands behind your back. Place one thumb in front of the other, hooking the thumbs. Then pull back as though someone is pulling on your wrists or your thumbs. Lift your shoulders up and lift the chest up and look forward. Squeezing the back shoulders together, stay here for a breath or two in this modified Salabasana, and then bring yourself back down. Bend your knees and push up with the hands to come out. We'll rest onto the back for a few moments now. Keep your legs bent on the way down, and if you like, place a blanket under your head for a little extra softness. Allow your body, your breath, your nervous system to settle and relax. Pull your knees closer towards your chest and wrap your fingers around your shins. This helps to soften the back and remove any tension that may be there from the asanas that we practiced before. When you're ready, place your feet back on the floor, roll over to your side to bring yourself up to a seated position. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this class. If so, it would mean a lot to me if you would hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again. Namaste.